Being in my studio makes me feel like Oscar the Grouch in his trash can. I'm doing another studio tour right now because very soon, like within the next 2 weeks, we're gonna be painting my basement and I'm completely making over my studio. Everything is gonna be different, so I just want to show what I have right now and what my space looks like. This is gonna be like the realest of the real. Everything is as it was before I started making this video. You're really gonna be seeing the absolute shit show that I work in every single day, and then you're gonna understand why I say I hate being in this space, and I take the opportunity as much as I can to not be here. So if I'm able to work anywhere else, I do it because I cannot stand being here. My studio right now is 83 square feet. I measured it. 83 square feet is not a lot of space. Don't get me wrong, I'm grateful for the space, like I really am. But with the amount of equipment that I have and the amount of room that I need and the amount that I've grown in my art and my videos, even though like I don't have that big of a following, I'm growing slowly. And finally, my mom and my brother agreed to let me use most of my basement as my studio. Like I said in my last studio tour / cleaning my studio video, I do share this space with my mom and my brother, so I was never able to fully use it all. But now, after many years of begging, they finally agreed to let me use most of my basement. There is going to be a treadmill in here and my brother does want to get a punching bag, but other than those things, most of the basement is going to be mine. And I'm super excited to actually have more space. Even just setting up this video right now was such a struggle because I have my giant treadmill right here. It kind of cuts my basement in half, so I can't really film showing you guys my studio very well. This is the best I can do and this is the furthest my camera can go, because then my lighting, it hits my couch and it won't go any further. So before the glorious time comes that I need to give my studio a makeover, I'm gonna show you my current studio. It's not good. It's not pretty. I wasn't joking when I said I feel like Oscar the Grouch. The clutter is not the worst that it's ever been, but it's definitely not the best. So I'm gonna break this up into, I think, 5 categories. So I have my storage bins right here behind the treadmill. I keep all of my art supplies in here. Then I have my drafting desk back there. I have my main desk that I use for editing and some art. And then the corner of shame. It's not good. It's not good at all. I'm actually like so reluctant to show anybody. I don't even know if you can see it on camera. Like, I'm so tempted to just pretend that that doesn't exist, because it stresses me out so much. Okay, so that's 4, and then 5 is gonna be behind you. That's gonna be the other half of my basement, the part that's not part of my studio. Oh god, this video is stressing me out so much. Okay, I fully forgot to mention this while I was making the video. I even wrote it down so I wouldn't forget, but I did. I filmed this video on November 13th, and the makeover, we're doing it the last weekend of November, but this video is coming out, I think, 2 days before New Year's Eve. And I sort of did that on purpose because I wanted the last look at my old studio to be left in 2023, and then the first video of 2024 that I'm gonna be posting, which is gonna be, I think, the second Friday of January, is gonna be my studio makeover. So kind of like leaving the old disgusting studio in the past and starting the new year off well with a new studio. So happy New Year's. I know it's not for another couple of days, but I won't be seeing you until the second week of January. And I'm not sure I'll even be mentioning the new year because I'm gonna be filming that video in November. But who knows? By some miracle, I might remember to mention it. Anyway, back to the video. I'm really only showing this because it's all gonna change in a couple of weeks. We've needed to paint the basement anyway because it hasn't been painted since I was like probably 5 years old. It's this disgusting green color, which, why would you do that? I think this actually was the color of my room for a little bit. Thank God I changed it. So yeah, we're painting it the last weekend of November. And then after that, I'm going to start to bring in all of the furniture. I'm going to reorganize. We're going to be taking out the couch, the TV. Everything's going to come out of here. And it's going to be a completely different basement, thankfully. And I'm really hoping to just open up the space a little bit more, make it easier to even clean. Let's get to showing you my studio. I don't want to do it. Should we just end the video right here? What do you guys want to talk about? Let's go to lunch. We should have brunch one day. I miss you. How have you been? What's new with you? I'm really stressed about it. We do it. It's over. We move on. This space, this area is not going to be the same. I'm also doing this for me. I want to have like a visual documentation of every stage that my studio has been through. Oh, that's something. Okay, hold on. Let me see how much time I have left on this camera. Hold on. 2 minutes. We got 2 minutes to talk. Oh, okay. So, you know how on Snapchat it shows you your memories from like however many years ago? I think it was like 4 years ago now. I first got like my studio down here. I was first able to like set up a table, my easel. It wasn't even that big of a space. I don't even know where, hold on. My studio from end to end cut off right here. You probably can't tell how small that is because you're way back there. It was not a big space. I had maybe like a meter. So I was looking back at these videos and I'm like, oh my God, how far I've come. I could see the visual representation of me growing as an artist. Because it's not only just gaining more crap, like that's not it. It's me needing more space because I wanted to expand in different areas of art, needing more equipment because I wanted to start making videos to document my art. Anyway, it just made me really happy because, I don't know. Anyway, whatever, stop talking to me. This is how I talk to my mom. I talk at her and she just listens and then I accuse her of distracting me by talking to me even though she didn't say a word to me. Let me show you my studio. I'm gonna leave this camera running even though I'm gonna be showing you guys my studio with this camera. It's just easier to hold. So let's get started with my storage bins. Yes, it bugs me too that not all of them match. I got them all at different times, so we got to deal with that. So let's start with the top. First, I have my basket of painting things. So I have my paintbrushes, I have a disposable palette, I also have my jars for water, and I have a blow dryer. And I think under here, I have my cloth to clean my paintbrushes. I'm not taking it out right now because I'm gonna have to destroy everything in there. Then over here, what do I even have over here? I don't even know. These are lights that I use when I'm painting or when I'm drawing. This is a template for my patterns when I draw Zentangles. I actually just came out with templates just like this that are printable. So if you're interested in those, they're on my Etsy. It's going to be linked in my bio. And then I have a random piece of cardboard, my Google Home that's not even connected, and papers for a project that I'm working on that's going to come out in the future. And I also have loose leaf paper under there. All this stuff just accumulated over time. None of it was ever meant to stay here. That's just random clutter that it makes me feel claustrophobic in here. In this first drawer, I just have random pieces of paper. A lot of it is scraps. Some of it is origami paper. Then in here, I have pads of paper that I can rip out. So this is watercolor paper. Then there's Bristol paper. And under here is canvas paper. And then a color wheel that I lost. And now I just found it, yay. In here I have fidget toys and office supplies. Don't ask me why they're together. I guess my fidget toys just fit in here. This is my favorite one. It's very satisfying. I got it at Indigo. In here I have my paints. These are all acrylic paints. I'm not going to show you what types of paints I have. If you want to see that, you can go to my favorite art supplies video. Then I have some masking tape, some Q-tips, a Posca paint marker, some varnish. This is the culprit from my ukulele video. Wow, I'm just dropping all of my videos today. I sprayed that inside and I thought I poisoned myself. In here is just, okay, a random palette, I guess. And in here I have used sketchbooks, notebooks. This is the notebook that I used to write my first graphic novel. Now it just needs to be illustrated. I have some unused sketchbooks in there too. In here, I have rock tumbling stuff. So in these bags, I have raw crystals that I haven't tumbled yet. And in these buckets, I have stuff that I've tumbled. My rock tumbler broke and I had to send it back and then I never got a new one. These are all, I think at like the second stage. This one is my favorite one. Look how cool. This reminds me of a Van Gogh painting. Look how sick that is. I really hope to get back into rock tumbling in the future because it was a really fun hobby. I think Jasper has become like my favorite. This video is not about rock tumbling. Let's get back to it. Now in here is, so I have Crayola markers in here and then Crayola crayons and then a bingo thing. In here, I have all of my extra stuff, extra sponge things, extra palettes, extra paintbrushes. In here, I have electronic stuff, the box for the microphone I'm using right now. In here is more lighting. It's LED lights that I got from Amazon that I don't use anymore because they flicker. This is something I got from the dollar store. This is what I use to light my painting videos until a couple of months ago, and then I finally got these LED lights, and then I switched over to this big box lighting. So I just have all this in here. I don't know why I still have it in here. I think I should put it in a box and like store it away, but it's just here for now. And then in here I have all of my crafting stuff. So I have X-Acto knife mats so I don't cut up my desk. I have some string, some glue, popsicle sticks. I have some beads for jewelry making, which I got into for a little while. I'm not really into it anymore, but I still have the beads in case I want to make more jewelry in the future because it was really fun. I have some hot glue and a hot glue gun, more jewelry making tools, some buttons, and that's pretty much it in here. Anything craft is in here. And then in the top drawer, the last one, I have mediums of art that I don't normally use. So I have some sculpting stuff. This is what I use to make my sculpting video. I have some pastels, I have some watercolor, some oil paints. That's pretty much all I have in here. I don't really use this stuff very much, so anything that I don't normally use on a regular basis, it all gets stuffed in here. And that's pretty much it for the storage bins. These are gonna be gone when I give my studio a makeover. I'm getting a whole new unit. So now we're going from the storage bins that are over here to behind me on my drafting desk. So underneath my drafting desk, I have my recycling bin and my garbage. And then on top of my desk, I just have some headphones that I use when I'm editing. I have this glass that I took off of a picture frame. So I kind of DIY'd my own cork board from a picture frame and some cork. And I took this that I'm gonna use as probably a palette, or I'm gonna have it on top of my cart that I'm gonna bring down here. I'm gonna put it on top of my cart. This way I can lean my actual palette on it. And then I have this drawing that I'm working on. I've been working on it for years. I just don't have the motivation to really finish it. It might stay unfinished forever. Who knows? And then over here, I have my ukulele from my ukulele video, the case for the ukulele, and one of my paintings that I just put there for, I don't know, decoration, I guess. I didn't want to leave my background of my videos blank. And in the drawers, not much really changed from last time, I don't think. I just have pencil cases. So in here, I have colored markers and Sharpies and things like that. In here, I have colored fine liners. In here, I have some pencils for drawing. So this is Faber-Castell, and then I just have some blending stumps, an eraser. I also have, I think, a kneaded eraser in here. In this drawer, I have my current sketchbook that I'm using right now. This I'll call maybe a travel sketchbook, just because I used it when I went on vacation with my dad a while ago. This is another one of my sketchbooks. I showed all this stuff in my favorite art supplies video. And this is another template, not fail, but like testing out a template. So I was originally gonna try to fill this book with patterns eventually and just like have it to keep track of my patterns, but now I think I'm gonna print out the template that I made that I put on Etsy, and I'm gonna put those in a binder, and then that is not something I want to show on the internet. And then I just have some gel pens in here. In the last drawer, I have some extras. So all of this stuff is in case my main stuff runs out. So in here I have extra Sharpies. In here I have some erasers. In here I just have some extra stationery, so just regular pencils, pens, random things. In here I have extra blending stumps, and in here I have extra pencils and some extra kneaded erasers and everything drawing. Oh, and here I have some refills for my for this. And that's it for my drafting desk. Now, we're moving on to my main desk. I have my computer, which right now is recording my audio. Hello, hello. Hi, how are you? This is my iPad that I use for digital drawing. Then I have just a bunch of random stuff. I have my water bottle, a pencil case, just some random wires because I was trying to figure out how to connect my microphone to my phone. It didn't work out, so I'm recording on my computer. And that's pretty much all that's on my desk. There's nothing really under it besides that box that I keep all of my wires in, just in case there's a flood down here or something happens. All my stuff at least is protected by something. It's not the best protection because it's cardboard, but I think with that I'll be safe for like at least a couple of minutes. Over here I just like in between my two desks I have two easels, one mini easel and one foldable easel, and then my main easel that I'm using right now, which I'm gonna be getting a new easel soon for my studio makeover. That's very exciting. And I just have a lot of paintings, or most of the paintings that I'm gonna make prints of eventually, and that's pretty much all that's over here. Oh, so this is originally meant to be a green screen stand, but I repurposed it and now I'm using it to hold my camera. So this is just something that I attach my camera to so I can get top-down shots when I'm painting, because this is where I do most of my abstract paintings. With the new easel that I'm going to be getting, it's going to be able to tilt 90 degrees, so I'm going to be able to do my abstract paintings on that easel, so I won't have to do it on my desk anymore, because right now I have to keep this. I got bored, so I started stabbing it with a pen. I have to keep this so that I don't dirty my desk. So I don't really want to get paint all over my desk, so I keep this on there. But soon that's gonna change. Oh, I also have this that I use to hold my phone when I'm making videos, because sometimes I don't record with my DSLR camera because I'm not really good yet at figuring out how to use it, even though I've had it for like 10 years. We're gonna move on to the area of shame behind my desk that you never see in my videos. Oh, another thing, normally my big box lighting is behind my desk over here, but obviously I had to move it to here because I'm recording this video. So when I'm sitting at my desk, it's very closed in because I have these two big things staring at me, so it's not as open as it is now. It's still not very open, but you know what I mean. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you all behind my desk. I'm not looking forward to it at all. So I'm just gonna start with the messiest spot. I'm not gonna rummage through it because I don't want to. This is stuff for a project that I've been saying I need to do for like months now. I never got to it, so I'm just leaving it there until I actually do the project. I have a bunch of like bags for my film equipment. That's a bag for my lighting. That's a bag for this, which is my top-down setup. That's my camera bag. This is a bunch of stuff that I'm reselling. Then we have that area. These are some paintings that I'm keeping, but I'm not gonna make prints out of. I'm just keeping for either sentimental value or I like them, but I'm not gonna sell them. That I'm just gonna keep in my collection. And over here I have some canvases that are unused or that I've painted on before, but I want to paint over because I don't like the painting, or I was just using that as practice and I don't want to waste the canvas, so I'm going to reuse it. In here I have, I have just extra grit from my rock tumbling. I used it to weigh down my camera because when I didn't have this top-down setup, I used that tripod, and when the arm would come outward, my camera was too heavy, so I would have to weigh it down in order for it not to fall over. This is the case for that tripod. And then behind here I have my portfolio for when I was in college. I needed to bring a portfolio to school when I had art classes. So that's pretty much it for this studio. Like I said, it's small and it's hard for me to be in this space. Like when I walk around, I literally have to like walk over all this shit. So basically I just stick to sitting here. I don't really move around my studio very much. It's hard to clean because there's all this stuff. It's very overwhelming trying to navigate my way through this studio. I need a change, and regardless of anything, I like to change up my studio very often because the same thing bores me. When it's so easy to get my space in a state like this, I know that it's not working for me, even though this setup works for me. So when I'm sitting there, I turn to the left to grab some art supplies. Forward is my computer. Then right is my drafting table. Like everything is in reaching distance, so it's convenient, but the space is too small. Actually, hold on. Let me switch to this camera. Like I said, the space is too small for me. Okay, I'm gonna show you the other side of my studio. The audio is gonna be a little bit different because I'm not using my microphone. It's just hard for me to bring it all the way there because it has to be connected to here. So I'm just using the audio from my camera. Okay, so let's do this. This is my studio. This is what you guys saw. That is the other side of the room. This is the giant treadmill. So like I was saying before, the treadmill, it kind of cuts the room in half, but my brother needed it over here, so that's been the bane of my existence. When I do my studio makeover though, it's gonna go where the TV unit is. This is actually a sewing machine. It's one of those sewing machines where there's the sewing machine inside. We've just been using it as a side table because my grandmother still has to teach me how to sew. She fixed this sewing machine up for me, so now I have my very own sewing machine. That's staying covered because I want to protect it. There's a bunch of tools over here. There's clothes. The comic book lovers are gonna absolutely hate me for this, but I have a bunch of comic books over here. Oh man, that's shameful. I know, I'm sorry. Behind here is a bunch of boxes that goes with this crap because it's all part of the same project. I needed a bunch of boxes, so that's behind my couch. In there, it's just a closet with a bunch of clutter in it. I can't really access it right now because of the boxes. And then we have our couch. Then this is a bench. I have wires and stuff in here for my lighting. My brother uses this to work out. We've actually, I don't even know when we got this. I think we've had this since before I was born. It's old. And then our TV stand, which this is gonna go in my mom's room, and the TV also is gonna go in my mom's room. Or maybe, I think this TV is going in my brother's room, and my mom is getting my brother's TV. I'm the only one without a TV in my room, which, thanks guys, I feel left out. I'm joking. Even if I wanted a TV in my room, I couldn't get one because I have no space. My room is filled with bookshelves. I think I've reached over 200 books in my collection. I don't even know. I'm a big reader, guys. I've read, okay, it's not the most, but I've read like 31 books this year. Anyway, and then our Justin Bieber cover. This is like an extender for our table upstairs, so my mom didn't want it to get ruined, so she put a Justin Bieber cover over it. And that's pretty much it. You can really see how bad it is in here from this angle. I cannot wait until my studio is redone. When I first was able to use this amount of space, I was overjoyed. I was over the moon about it. But now I've outgrown it. I need better stuff that's gonna make me want to be in here every single day. I spend most of my time in this studio because when I'm working. Sometimes I'll be here until 1 a.m., 2 a.m. I've had days where I've been working until 5 a.m. So when I'm here, I like to not feel claustrophobic. I like to want to be here. I like to look around and think, wow, my space is so cool. And hopefully with the makeover, I'll get that. Honestly, the most important thing is making good quality videos, and a part of that is having a nice background. I want to be able to display my art on the walls. I want to be able to make something and actually be able to put it up. So yeah, the makeover is definitely a long time coming. It's much needed. I want to explain a little bit of what I'm going to be changing because I don't know how I'm going to make the video yet. So I don't think I'm going to be doing a very good job at explaining what's going on while it's happening because I'm going to do it kind of like vlog style, and there's not really going to be very much talking while everything's going on. I'm probably going to do voiceovers because my only microphone is this microphone, and while I'm painting, while I'm building, I can't really have this microphone always plugged in. So I think I'm just going to have to set up my camera. If I want to talk, I'll grab my phone and like record on voice notes because that's like better audio quality than my camera. So I think right now I'm just going to explain a little bit of what I'm going to do. Basically, my main desk and my drafting table are going to be up against this wall, and on this wall I'm going to put shelves. That way I can display my art without having to nail it on the wall. And then I'll put like little knickknacks. So I'm going to put all that stuff on the shelves so that you can see that in the background of my videos. And then for my regular painting videos, when I do abstract paintings, I'm going to have my new easel, which is going to be able to tilt 90 degrees. So I'll be able to paint flat. I'm going to have that, I think, up against that wall. And I'm going to have this set up over that so that I don't have to move it. I could just keep it set up over the easel constantly. And then my lighting equipment and my camera are going to be in the middle over here so that I can just turn the camera and the lighting equipment, and then I can just turn it back that way when I'm filming a painting video. It's just going to be more convenient for me, and I don't have to move my setup 24/7. And then on the occasional video similar to this where I actually have to move my setup, it'll be easy to take it in and out. And then all of my storage stuff is going to be on that side of the room. I don't know where I'm going to put it yet. The things that are going to replace these bins, I'm going to have them, I think, in the middle of the room because they're going to be on wheels, so I'll be able to roll them wherever I need them. I'm not 100% sure where those are going to be yet. And then I'm getting this shelving unit. It's a garage shelving unit. That's hard to say. So I'm gonna put that on that side of the room, and so everything that's storage is gonna be over there, and then everything that I need for filming and doing my art is gonna be on this side of the room. So that's what I have planned. Obviously, when I'm setting up all my furniture, I'm gonna move stuff around, but I'm going in with a little bit of a plan. Anyway, that's the video. I hope you got a little bit more of an understanding of why I need to change my studio. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I can't work like this anymore. I can't be in here the way it is. It's just too much for me. If you guys are interested in supporting me and my art, please subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to work on getting 1,000 subscribers. Hopefully I can reach that soon. I also have a Patreon where you can get some exclusive art only available to my patrons. You get early access to all of my videos. You also get access to all of the coloring books that I've come out with. There's only 2, but I'm working on more coloring books, so in the future when those come out, you'll get access to those if you're a patron. I also have my coloring books available on Amazon, so if you're not a patron but you want my coloring books, you can buy those separately. Obviously my Etsy, TikTok, Instagram, stuff like that, everything's gonna be linked in my description, so if you want to support me, you can do that. Anyway, I'm gonna go have some supper now because I'm starving. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. I need a direction to go in. I don't know what I'm saying.